and I cannot continue to listen to the nonsense that you have spewed at me for all this time. This is the case of the State of Ohio versus Rachel Poole, case number 26 CR 43278. Present before the court is Ms. Poole, right?
Yes, sir. Represented
by Mr. Madden. We have Mr. Harrison, the prosecutor's office, Officers Torek and Conroy from Court Services. We are here today for sentencing. We have 57 days of jail time credit and $250 in reimbursements, forfeiture of the weapon. Does that part sound right to everybody?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Harris, on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, as the court's aware, the defendant continued to test positive while on supervision, and that being prior to sentencing. She denied use. That had to be sent off to the lab since the last time we were before the court.
Flashback. I've got 2 jobs. I'm keeping busy and keeping occupied with other things. I don't know what happened. I really don't.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Officer Torek.
I was informed that she did have a positive confirmed test at DeCoach on the 10th of this month. She tested positive again today. The recommendation from treatment at the time of her assessment was for outpatient. However, considering the positive test that was confirmed by DeCoach on the 10th and the 21st, which is being today prior to court, there is a recommendation that there should be at least an increased level of care. That being said, no other recommendations other than entering and completing treatment and remaining compliant while on supervision.
Are we sending today's test out?
Yes.
And we don't have the results of the oral swab?
Not yet, Your Honor.
Because Officer Conroy, your position is she's not even close to being clean, right?
That's my position. When I tested her this morning, her sample was bright green, which is a sign to us that she was possibly using something to alter the test or flush her system.
I have a kidney infection. I'm on antibiotics. I only have 1 kidney. I've passed every other drug test. I honestly don't understand what's going on.
Here's where we're at, Mrs. Poole. The recommendation of Officer Torek's pretty good recommendation to send you to residential treatment. That seems like the way to go, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to send you to prison.
Please don't.
I am, because you will, if you don't acknowledge that you are not clean, then there's nothing I can do. But I am going to wait until we get confirmed positive tests. I want to know for sure, 100%. So I'm going to take Ms. Poole into custody today. We're going to reset this for sentencing in a couple of weeks when we have the results.
Please don't, sir. Please. Please, I swear.
Not doing anything today, Ms. Poole, but we're going to know when we get those oral. We'll get the oral swab back from last week, and we'll get the drug test. We'll send one out from today. Then we'll know if you are clean or if you are not being honest. So, Mr. Madden, we're going to continue this out a couple of weeks and get a sentencing date with Ms. Idle.
I'll do that. Thank you.
All right, that's all.
End of flashback.
She has a new case that is pending that was developed while she was in our jail. We do not feel she is amenable to community control at this time, and we would ask you to impose a prison sentence.
Officer Torek, Officer Conroy, anything from Court Services?
Nothing further.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Madden?
All right, I went to speak with Rachel yesterday in jail and had a long talk with her about the situation. We talked about honesty, and I guess she hasn't always been honest with me or with you, and she expressed regret for that. She told me she wrote you a letter apologizing for lying to you. The coach program is something she really liked to do. She says she's finished with this lifestyle. She's 47 years old. She takes care of horses. She's a very genuinely a nice person, but obviously she has a drug issue that how many people involved with drugs don't lie. But she says that she's finished with that, and she's changed her life. I know her fiancé, Tony's here. He'd like to address the court if you'd be willing to listen to him, and I know she'd like to address you too.
Okay, sir, what do you want to tell me? If you could step up to the podium, tell me your name.
My name is Christian Carter. She's been through some stuff. She's definitely has had an issue with some lies. She's lied straight to me with proof in it. I know that she's had a history with stuff that were from child problems, denial. It's been an ongoing problem. I've seen some changes in her. I thought this time she was doing better. But we've had talks, and I mean, it's put me through almost to the end of it, but talking to her these last several times, I believe that, I mean, I've heard a difference in her voice. She wants to be done, but not only she wants to be done, I told her she has to be. The people that she has left her life can't do it. I really think that her being in long enough that she's off of it now, that I will add pressure, and I believe she wants to be better.
All right, thank you, sir. Ms. Poole, you get the last word in this. What do you want to tell me?
I'm so sorry that I lied to you, everybody. I really am. Before, when I was here, I can honestly tell you that when I got out of here, I had every intention of using again. And I don't right now. I have no desire, and I have had no desire since I was here the last time. I screwed up in a big way, and I am very sorry. I really, truly am. I like my counselor. I like the groups. I love Conroy. And I know that I'm a little slow to the punch here, but I'm ready to do it right if you'll find it to allow me to do so.
I will not, Ms. Poole. And here's where I'm at on this, is that at some point, I have to vindicate the system. And I cannot continue to listen to the nonsense that you have spewed at me for all this time. And, you know, when we were here last, I made a fairly convincing argument about how you didn't know how this got in your system. And Officer Conroy was pretty adamant that you were tampering with the samples or something. I don't even remember what all that was entailed. But you were adamant that you did not use meth, and then you get back to the jail, and then you start calling somebody to get the meth out of the car that's in the parking lot of my courthouse.
I just didn't want anybody to get in trouble for my mistake, sir. I really didn't. And it was Tony that I was talking to. Because I didn't want him to get in trouble, and I knew that it could have been my son that drove my car, and I couldn't let somebody get in trouble for me. And I knew that I was taking a chance when I made that call, sir. I don't mean to interrupt, but you have to know that I couldn't let it happen.
Are you done, Ms. Poole?
I'm sorry.
Because it's the same sort of nonsense that I keep getting from you over and over and over again. And while I do agree that you probably do want to do better, and that you have an honest desire to do that, you have to answer for the things that you have done in this case. And I think that it would seriously demean the seriousness of this offense and is not consistent with the purposes and principles of sentencing to continue you on probation. So I'm going to order you to serve 24 months in prison. I am going to give you credit for the 57 days that you have already done. This includes an optional period of post-release control. That means the adult parole authority can, but is not required to supervise you for up to 2 years after your release. If they impose that supervision and you violate the terms, you can be returned to prison for up to 1/2 of my original sentence. Or if you violate by committing a new felony, then you can be returned to prison for up to 1 year or the amount of time you have left on post-release control. It's automatically whichever of those is the longer period, and it's automatically consecutive to the sentence that you would receive for the new felony. I'm not going to impose a fine. I am going to impose the cost plus the $250 in reimbursements for the cost of drug testing. I'm going to order the forfeiture of the weapon. Is there anything else we need to do? Anything that I forgot?
Your Honor, there is a count 4, so it's 24 months on count 1.
Yeah, 24 months on count, and then a 12-month concurrent sentence on the other F5.
Thank you.
At some point in this pool, you're going to get out of prison, and hopefully you're going to go into treatment when you get out of prison, and you need to realize that there is another path. There is a path of, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to turn from the things that I have been doing, and I hope that you explore that path. You do have the right to appeal this to the 12th District Court of Appeals in Middletown. If you don't have the funds to hire a lawyer, to obtain a transcript or to pay the costs, they'll all be provided to you without charge. Good luck to you, Ms. Poole.
Thank you.
Do we think the prison is here yet, or we don't know?